And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Kasarian, and welcome back to Modded Minecraft. All right. How is everyone doing today? Good, I hope? Good, because I'm doing pretty well myself. What am I doing? That's a pretty good question. I'm changing up. I'm moving. That's right, I'm moving bases. We always have this point somewhere in the series where I decide, I want to move because this base was good to start with, but it's not so good now. And so that is exactly what we're doing. Now, don't worry too much. The move is going to be happening fairly slowly, and most of this stuff will be pretty easy to move. I have to admit, part of the reason for moving is that I kind of need to redesign a lot of things. And I've found over time that it's fairly easier to redesign things in the midst of a base move than it is to try and redesign things when, everything's in place. So I figured, you know what? I don't like how this base is laid out anyways. It's a little flat. It's faster for me to travel vertically because of, elevators and stuff than it is for me to travel horizontally. So I figured, why not change it up a little? We'll get that in a minute. Why not change this all up a little bit, move things around, make it a little bit easier to navigate. Okay, now I'm pretty certain... Okay. And yes, I'm playing the Where Do I Have Conduits game. I mean, this won't matter really in the future because... all of this stuff's going to get ripped out. But kind of for right now, I'd like not to break anything overly important. Oh, no, but those break out too. Okay. Oh, because those are facades, right. Okay, so I'm going to have to pick all this junk up now. It's fine by me. Let's do all this stuff. There we go. And so, yeah, basically what I'm doing is just pulling out the stuff that I know that I can use. Okay? Because there's a lot of this. I'm using a lot of these factory blocks in the new base that I'm building. Oh, that didn't fall in there. That's an oddity and a half. Alright, and we can just fill this all in with cobblestone. Because that's easier, right? Right. Alright, so after I'm done with this, I'm probably going to take you guys out, and I'm going to show you what we're working on outside. And it's pretty cool. I'm actually liking how it's turning out, which is kind of rare for me in the middle of a base move. Usually I start to move base, and it takes me a while before I'm actually even remotely happy with how it's going. But this one, at least, seems to be going a little bit better, thank you, than usual. I think it's because I have a fairly well laid out plan. Unlike the tower, those of you who watched my SMP series with Amos, unlike that tower, which I kind of started because I wanted to have a tower, like a dark tower sort of a thing. And, well, I built it, but it took too long, partially because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was being a little bit... I was working outside my comfort zone, basically. Those of you who've watched my series know that I'm not exactly the world's most inspired... aesthetic builder in Minecraft, which is funny because I'm a huge art fan, and I'm usually pretty good with aesthetics, but for some reason in Minecraft I just can't get my grip on it for some unknown reason. I suspect it's because I'm not familiar with the color palettes, and I'm just not familiar with how it looks, kind of. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the options, I think. That would probably be the best way of explaining it. I'm not familiar with the options that I have, and because I'm not, it's hard for me to actually build. So we'll do this, And this is all futuristic, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. But we'll pull all that out in a bit. Okay. So that's good. So let me go out and I'll show you what we're working on. Be right back. All right, so I'm in bat mode. And this gives you a good idea of what I'm working on out here. Okay. As you can see, we're building all this stuff out. And for those of you guys who are good with mods, you probably understand what these two side panels are. These two side panels are basically going to be my... Get there. These two side panels are basically going to be my water channels for my hydrokinetic generators from Rotary Craft. Okay? I'm going to have two of them, both of them running. Okay? So I'm hoping and thinking... Okay, I went a little bit too far there. There we go. What I'm thinking is that I'll be able to have two of them running in parallel, all right? And I'm not certain if I'll shaft merge them or not. It depends. It depends on whether shaft junctions can deal with that, okay? Because remember, we've had issues with shaft junctions dealing with that much, cross flow together before. Let's set these back to normal. Let's set this back to normal. Let's get these guys. Okay. With many seams, I think, is the one I like. And we'll leave that as is. So, okay. So let's see. How does this look? I like that. I like that for the center shaft. Or even the wall material for most of the base. Let's bring this all the way down. So what we're doing is this is going to be the central sort of walking / traveling / power line. Sort of a combination, elevator / place where stuff goes. Is that what I did here? Might be. Okay. So the idea here is that we're going to have all of our base support running up through this column, basically. And we're going to have a column in the middle, and that has our ME dense conduit in there, okay? And that dense conduit, and I think I heard a couple people probably going, Cass, if you're planning on running an entire base through an ME dense conduit, you're going to have a bad time. Yes, I'm going to run an entire base through one ME advanced dense conduit, for now at least. And I know how to do it. I can do it. Trust me, I can do it. Those of you who know ME know exactly what I'm going to do, probably. I'll give you a hint. I'm not exactly going to limit my base to 32 channels. Okay, but that's neither here nor there, and that's a little bit in the future. For right now, we just need to get this thing built. Right. Let's keep going down. There we go. So let's do that, and let's do this. Oops, missed one over here. There we go. And yes, this is going to be a lot of resources, but we have a fair amount of resources now. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I actually found those in a chest, so... No, I didn't make them. I found them in a chest. All right, so you guys can sort of see how this is shaping up-ish. All right. I like it, actually. I really do like it. I think it'll look nice. I think it'll look very nice. And I'll do the same thing down here as well. So we're going to have facades down the central column there. Okay. And those facades are going to be probably a lighter version of the block I'm using here for the sides. I'm thinking that would be a good idea. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to be putting lights in here. Depending on how many we need. And I think I'm going to go for sort of a future tech / sort of semi-mystical solution. I want this base to kind of feel like, it's an off-world colony facility, basically, something Excuse me. Not like Magitech, like full-on steampunk Magitech, but, you know, advanced, basically. Lots of things hidden away, you know. That sort of, I don't know, it's not like the technology's whirring and spinning in steampunk style, but it's hidden away, it's clean. Very clean. Not necessarily antiseptic. That's why I kind of put those rusted plates in. I didn't want it to look antiseptic, because generally when bases look that clean, I generally feel like they don't feel right to me. Not realistic, because this is Minecraft, but they don't feel lived in, like anyone actually resides there, you know? If you've ever been on a warship or, you know, anything like, even like a museum warship, they're all clean. They're clean, but they're not antiseptic. You know, they're not dirty, usually, or most of them aren't, or most places on them aren't. Let's put it that way. But they're stuff. There are things everywhere. You know, it's everything's organized. It's just there are people working there. You know, that sort of a feel, right? That's the kind of the feel I want. Not sure how close I'll be able. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I do like that design pattern. I do like that pattern quite a bit. All right, so let's get all of this stuff done into that and that. Okay, so we're getting a little low on the futuristic armor plating then. So, we're going to need a bunch of facades. We're going to need, I think, basically 64 facades. Look at that. That's coming together. Nice. That is very coming together now, isn't it? And we'll do as much of this column as we possibly can, and then we'll start getting the facades put on. Well, facades and probably also the lighting. The lighting will be a good idea. Perfect. I may actually even have enough to finish this column. I do. Look at that. Okay. And we'll do this side as well. So yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something similar to that tower I did in my SMP series. So it's going to be it's going to be less vertical than the tower, but more vertical than the bases I usually build. Usually when I build bases, I build them, and then I have, like, you know, one level, and then I have, oh, well then, I need to finish that. I usually have one level, and then I have a support level below it. This one, I'm going to have them a little spread out, but I'm going to kind of stack the support levels. Or I'm going to have the levels stacked and then support levels in between. And what I'm going to do is I'm also using the support levels as kind of a buffer space so that the ceiling and the floor of each different level can be different. And I can also use slightly different floor plans between levels. So that way it's not, you know, as samey, basically. All right, so let's get this fixed. All right, that, and I need that. I'm not certain why there isn't any of that there, but okay, we'll fix that now. Now, there are a couple of different ways I can light this, and I'm trying to figure out whether to use glowstone or something different, but we'll figure that out. So why don't I meet you back at the main base in a couple minutes? All right, guys, so what I want this base to be able to do is to handle an enormous amount of power. So we're going to actually go straight for the Ender energy conduits, all right? And we need some vibrant alloy for that, too. Yay, look at that. I can actually craft one. Okay. Of course, it's going to take me a while to do it. There we go. Vibrant alloy. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Look at that. Okay. And we can throw this into our molecular assembler. All right, so if I go like this, and I want to get 64 of them. All right, I need 8 more ender pearls. All right, so let me go get those. And, oh, right, the other thing I wanted to do is let's get ourselves some of this conduit binder. Okay. 58 of it. Okay, that should do. Oh, I got 2 full stacks. Derp. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my painting machine, put some of that in, and chuck that in there. And if I don't upgrade that, that's going to take bloody forever. So, oh. Well, that's nice. Let's get another one. There we go. Look at that run. Okay, so let me go get some ender pearls, and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back, folks. So here's what we're working on. We're making this place look cool, basically. And that's, you know, for me, that's easier said than done. Let's put it that way. Fortunately, though, I do have carpenter slopes to work with here, so we're not doing too bad of a job. We can do that, that, and that. And then we can do this. There we go. Look at that. Nice, right? All right. Come on, guys. Tell me it's nice. Please. Pretty please. Okay, good. Okay, so we have this done. That's what I like to see. Now, all right, so that's the farms up here. So then this is going to be the farming support level down here, right? Okay, so that goes 1, 2, 3. Good. So then I can get my hammer out, right? And crap. I'm 1 level too short here. Well, this one isn't needed, right? But that one back there is. Okay. So then what I can do is, come on, chisel. There we go. And let's do that. Here we go. We'll do the same thing here. Okay. Then we'll dig through this a little bit more. All right. And then... right, because we're right below all that crap. All right, so let's go through here. Because see, what we want to have happen... nope, that's not going to work. All right, so put that there. Get this guy out. And one will come through here. Right? This looks decent, right? Yeah, well, this is a service level anyways, which is the reason that this is only going to be 3 by 3. All right, so let's tap that out. There we go. Good, I gauged it perfectly. Well, kind of perfectly. As perfectly as I tend to get with these sorts of builds. Yes, I know it's wicked dark in here, but work with me, guys. And then here, nope. One more. So the idea here is that what I'm digging out right now is really just a service level. I suppose this means I should clear my inventory a little. And I don't need that. I have my elevator's glass. Okay, all of this is stuff I need. I don't need the sign, I guess. I don't need that extra cobble. And I don't need that. Okay. You know, when you're figuring out what you actually need to have on your character and what you don't. All right, so there we go. All right. Oops. So that's a decent-sized area. Let's just clear this junk out of the way. Why, hello there outside. Okay, so that's good. That's very, very good. All right. Now, this is a nice, well, kind of nice entrance anyways. That is actually looking pretty cool. Okay, so if we come back up to here, now, we need to figure out something a little bit different for this, all right? We also need to figure out what we're going to be doing up here in terms of structure. So let's get that out. What can I do with cobblestone? I could do aligned cobblestone bricks. Let's try this. And yes, I'm well aware this isn't exactly going to be the prettiest thing I've ever built, but it will be functional. And for right now, we're just really laying out the grounding boundaries of this. Okay. So we'll have a door come through here, right? Right. Okay. So then what do we need to figure out? Well, I want to have a 5x5, a set, 3 5x5 farms, right? At least I think, and I think that's the stock range of MFR, if I remember correctly, right? 5x5. Okay. So what I'm going to need is, well, I don't know. We'll do it over here. So it needs to go 5, right? So it goes space 5, which is 6, harvester, and then 1. Okay, so that's 8. So let's say 17 by 17. All right, well, let's put down our marker here. And then I want to do, so that's going to be 17 by 17, which means it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ow. Hey. All right. So 1, 2, 3. So this will be hallway, right? So we have, where are you? There we go. So let's go hallway. 1, 2, 3 hallway. And then the room starts here. So then we'll have 1. We need a different material for the hallway. Let's do this. That's not going to be the actual size of the hallway. So we have 1, 2, 3. 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and this is the tape measure. I believe you guys have seen me use this thing before. 17. Perfect. Okay. So let's do that. 9. Okay, so that's 8, 1. Okay. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is the structure we need to fill in. What the heck was that? Okay, so sorry about that. That was new and interesting. Okay, So that at least gives me a rough idea of what I'm building out here. Oops. We did not want to use that stuff. Excuse me. All right, that's good. That's very good, actually. So this is going to be our farm level up here. Okay? And we're going to have a series of farms, and I'm going to have to cut through this thing, which is going to be less fun because it's going to spawn mobs as soon as I start digging into it. Or not. Okay. Some of those will spawn mobs, and some of them don't. Okay, so this will be... And I'm using the Tyrian futuristic armor junk for right now. I don't know if I'll use this for the floor in actuality because it's looking kind of samey and I kind of want to set it off from the rest of my base. But we'll see what I feel like, okay? So let's do that. Oh, crap. I like being able to one-shot creepers. I do. I really do. Okay. So this is giving me a rough idea of what I want to do. Need a lot more of this junk. This floor, we actually might do this, now that I think about it, we might do this with cobble, actually. All right, so that's good. That's very good. So now if we drop down, we can't drop down again, so we're going to have to make a place to drop down through. Technically, this should actually be a ladder. Thunk. Okay. Down here is going to be another level, and this is going to be our first main habitation room. Crap. Right, this stuff breaks easy, and let's do that. And that. And what did I use? I used the lighter Tyrian up there. So we'll go like that, and then that. If I can click correctly, we'll do that, and then we'll put 3 and that. This, make sure we're in line. No, we're actually not in line. Okay, so then we're going to put our elevator there, and we'll put our Tyrian over here. Perfect, and that'll be how we drop down to the next level. Yay, okay. All right, so this is going to be our first main habitation level, okay? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Yeah, 5. 5, 5. Okay. Crud. Whoops. All right. Well, we have to replace all that now. Okay. So then this needs to be... I don't have much more of this Tyrian junk, so we have to go out one more because I forgot that that sticks out a little bit. Because that sticks out, and then there's one over there. So, get that out. There we go. All right. So this is going to be another... This will be our first kind of habitation, workshop, you know, actual living zone. All right. We have to go out and out. And I'm just kind of marking out, for those of you guys who can't tell, I'm marking out where the hallways are going to be. Okay. So what this means is I'm trying to give... Because these hallways are actually going to be pretty big, all right? And by pretty big, I mean they're actually going to be pretty humongous. All right, let's do that. Let's drop that off. Let's drop that, and this, and that, and this, and that. That can go away. This can go away. That can go away. We'll keep cobblestone on us. The amber can go. That can go. The energy cable can go, and that can go. Okay. So, yes, as I said, what I'm trying to do is just kind of mark where everything goes and how big the hallways are, and these are actually going to be pretty big hallways. Because I found that even some of my other base design... Oh, I went way too far. Whoopsies. So, one, there, right? No. Space, so... here. Much better. Okay, so we'll put that there. Then it goes 1, 2, and then so this is overrun. There we go. Okay, so and then we go out. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then we can go in through here. Hey, look. That looks good. Put another doorway right in through here. Beautiful. Okay. So, that's good. So, we're making significant progress here on this build. All right. We now have the central access shaft. We have travel between a couple different floors here. This is starting, and I actually just made an executive decision in my own mind that we are going to convert this over into, let's see, what type of cobblestone do I want to use? We'll use huge tiles for this, I think, because that'll look a little bit better. Okay, so what I'm just going to do, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do this. Because honestly, the Tyrian looks a little dark for this sort of an application. Okay, so we're just going to swap all this stuff out. Also, it's going to save me a pretty penny on my costs here. On using all, just instead of using the Tyrian, just using this stuff. Because, you know, I'm getting cobblestone just from starting the build in the first place. Okay. Actually, what I'm probably going to do now is just... this. This is going to be easier than trying to do each one of these levels individually. Actually, and that looks pretty good because we get a solid, like, foundation here. Because it gives us nice solid color and, you know. And I may break this up with some other stuff. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Because a lot of this isn't going to be visible because there are going to be farms in here instead. Which is, I realized, one of the reasons why using the huge cobblestone is probably actually a better idea than anything else. It's also significantly cheaper than trying to do this with the full Tyrian stuff. There we go. All right, so let's just run this stuff over. I'm probably running a bit long, but I'm enjoying myself. So, okay, we'll run that over. And the good thing is, as always, we can just yank some more cobblestone because it's not like we don't have enough of it. There we go. And now we can just finish this stuff up. Oops. Messed that up just a little bit. Okay, much better. All right, so I will see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully we'll have some more of this done. I am not planning on leaving this thing as a free-floating structure, okay? I feel like that would be not the aesthetic look I'm going for. I want this to look kind of realistic-ish, you know? Not entirely realistic, but realistic enough, basically. And what I might also... All right, well, I'll figure that out as time goes on, because I'm thinking now that it might be a good idea to make this a little larger, because I forgot that I also need a wall border around all this junk. And if I don't, because this isn't going to be flat and open, because part of the idea with this base is to not have any places where mobs, nasties, can actually come in here. So what I think I'll do is I'll expand this platform a little bit more. I'll go out 2 on the west side, right? And then I'll go out 1 on the north and south sides. And that'll make it even and bigger. So that would be a good idea. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll have to actually sketch out where the dirt's going to go and all of that other stuff. So anyways, guys, this has been Mr. Kassarian. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give me a like, a comment, a subscription. Let me know what you enjoyed or what you think I can improve on. Because trust me, I can always be improving. Everyone can always be improving. Anyways, folks, until the next episode, happy mining.